Suddenly, and I'm venting myself. I may be live. Okay, let's get to it. Hey, what's going on, family? This is Malika K. Courtney, and this is episode 95. 95, 95, sí. Está bien. Muy bien. So, we have been here for a bit together, y'all. And I enjoy you. First of all, my sincerest apologies. I do my absolute best to be tushy in chair and on camera and before you by 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What's going on, partner? Today was not that day, y'all. So I did put I don't even know what you call it when you schedule the podcast and put the note in there that I go live at 25 after. And how about at 25 after when I tried to open it up? YouTube gave me that beautiful something went wrong. So it's like, okay, today is that nada excited. It's a wrap. It's a great day. So we want it to be a great day. Do what great days do. All right, let's get to it. So I had a ginger ale. If anything occurs in the course of my teaching, it's what it is. I am human in the body, spirit in the body. Let's figure it out together. Okay. So welcome to SXP Metamorphosis 365. This is episode 95. Can you believe it? Like 95, y'all. Like we've been at this for a minute. There has been so much learning in these waters, so many valid reasons to be grateful, and gratitude is how we start every episode. Literally, we if nothing else, we're about to be grateful. If you don't learn nothing else from Malikia K. Courtney, learn gratitude and practicing it. You've had 95 weeks with me, more than that actually, where we started each episode with gratitude. So if you have not been grateful today, I would like for you to pause just for a minute and do a gratitude exercise with me. And when I say it is like a burst, an event, and a siren, air horn, whatever you need it to be, of gratitude in my heart right now. It really just is. So I encourage you to stir up one in yourself. And I literally do it like this. Thank you, Sovereign Divine God, for being here with y'all. Thank you. Thank you, God, for episode 95. Thank you for allowing me to have a willing heart and a mind. And not only just a willing heart and a mind, but to be equipped to come and teach and speak into the people, to pour in the love that is necessary and needed and desired. And hey, Maria. I am grateful. I am grateful to, I'm grateful, y'all, to have, I've walked some paths. I've seen some things that would burn some people's eyes and have them rocking in their nice little white jackets, okay? But I'm in my right mind and I'm exactly where I am supposed to be. So I am very grateful. I am blessed to have a beautiful family. I am blessed to have done so many things, and I am blessed to do the most important thing for this moment, and that is be present with you for episode 95 of SXP Metamorphosis 365. And I thank you, Scott, for putting that in the chat. I do see that. And hey, how are you? Bernia, how are you? Talk to me, peoples, and everybody else whose names I can't see. Because the folks, ain't nobody got no glasses, though. I don't even wear glasses. But I'm thinking I might want to get something for the letters that are shrinking. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the letters are shrinking. It cannot possibly be my eyes. Possibly. Do. So I see the hearts. You agreeing with me? Are your letters see shrinking too? Is that the thing? Where the duck? Do. Mm. I touched something, y'all. Y'all know I be touching buttons, but this time I didn't touch the buttons on purpose. So I don't know. All right. I thought about relating. This was a week of conversations, and a lot of them were about how we relate to one another. I had a beautiful engagement of this was Saturday last, Russ Livingston. If you guys haven't gotten to meet or cross paths with him digitally, virtually, or in person, I encourage you to do so. Amazing cat. He holds a space called Wounded Healers Brigade. I think that is what it's called. It is on Clubhouse, 10 a.m. Central, possibly, or Eastern. I'm not sure. Just check it out. And it was like an extended conversation. So we kicked off Day of Healing on Friday, February 8th. Yeah. And it's been rolling forward. Like we've really been exploring our humanity and how to protect our own personal humanity while still being respectful of others, and then not falling for the division that some folks really desperately need us to fall into hating one another, into not seeing one another, into thinking that ours is better than theirs, that there is a they. I'm gonna let that be right there. However, people are people. Folks get to choose and folks get to decide. So I would hope that you would decide to protect your personal humanity. I will hope that you would decide to have wonderful conversations about what it means to relate to one another and be in relationship, um, familial relationship. That means your family members. How are you treating your family members? Are you treating them like the blessings and the gift, and the blood lifeline that they are? And I do understand some of them just might not be behaving like that. So I ain't tripping on that. Are you treating them like trash pandas? Are you in and out your body, in and out your mouth, in the wrong direction with no humility of apologies? It is a good thing to examine oneself and see where you are. And this is a direct message to my people who have the I ain't talking to them, I ain't speaking to them, they dead to me attitude. And sometimes that is truly, truly warranted. And I high five you for protecting your peace and in your heart space. I high five you for that. Same time, there are some folks who sit in that canoe with hogging the oars, and you don't necessarily belong with us who have had to take that stance. It's possible that you just might want to not mature. You just might not want to forgive something that you could truly forgive and make amends and move forward. So let's chat up about relationships. I am one of those people who will harass you for your identity. I believe it's one of the most important things you will ever do is to define your identity for yourself. That is the very beginning and the basic of things. When you are choosing friendships, when you are choosing romantic engagements, illicit affairs, no, your telenovelas, whatever it is that you're after, right? Relationship wise, your professional relationships. Wouldn't you know that there's something very key, and you gotta lean in and listen to this one, take notes if you need to, because this is so very important and it's super simple. You are present in every last one of those relationships. You are an element. All right. And Wayne Dyer comes tripping into my mind, which is really funny. His teacher told him he thought she said he was a scurvy elephant, but he was a disturbing element, is what she had said. So you can either be that scurvy elephant, disturbing element, or you could be the beauty and the peace and the forward of the relationship. I'm not sure, right? And I do business, so I ain't talking about you. I ain't talking about nobody in particular. I'm just speaking about the nature of people, and it is so important. And I get it, duh. In present, yeah. Here's the thing: think about what that means. It is so simple to be in a relationship and look across from yourself at the person you're talking to. Or if you off there in your mind and in your memories reliving something, it's so easy to look at the other person because we can see them clearly, right? Oh my God, we can see them clearly. We sit there and we talk about their height, we see their beautiful eyes, we see their behaviors, we hear their words, we engage, we engage, we engage. We got all these opinions and all these stories going on in our head while we're doing that. Do you do that for you in a good way? Do you consider your facial expressions. Do you consider the rate in which you speak? That is something that I get a lot of conversation about because my mind moves faster than I speak. Like I'm slowing down right now to talk to y'all, but I can move faster than that because my mind moves faster than that. Okay. So we're down the road, and sometimes there are some folk that I, honest to God, I can see it in their face, especially my seniors. I can see it in their face. Not even my seniors, some of my young folk too. It's the moment, and I'm like, oh, okay. Because I, especially when I'm happy, oh Jesus, when I am elated and in a great space, y'all, it is wonderful. I am swimming through these thoughts, and sometimes when I'm swimming and enjoying life and through my thoughts, I'm trying to communicate something that's not getting across. I have to consider who I am, and when someone says to me, "Wait, what'd you say?" I used to have this one friend of mine. He was like, "You're mumbling, you're mumbling," and I was like, "Hmm," because he kept saying, it. I was like, "Let's talk about this. What are you hearing? Like, what is it?" Y'all, when we got to talking, because like literally after a little bit, I was just like, no, you slow. You slow to listen. And it was, the truth was in the middle. Let's say it like that, okay? I was speaking fast. He was listening slow. But if we want to communicate, we got to find a middle ground, right? So know who you are. I use that example for you to just kind of crack open a space and think it through. Who are you? How do you communicate when you are talking to the peoples? Like for real, for real. What is your communication style? Are you making eye contact? Are you down the road? Oh God, and I, let's talk about this. So I used to work with this wonderful woman. She is brilliant. She is highly trained and worked in many judicial systems. Okay, she is the person who I learned very much from, but she get that called in. She was eyes and ears to watch the body language, and we had fun. Her trying to figure me out. I was not fit into her box. It was great. But I learned a lot. I learned the importance of sitting and engaging someone eye to eye and loving them that way. And that is not a romantic love. That's just brotherly love. That is peaceful. It is kindness. You can move into romance, right? You can do that, and you stare and you Google eye at somebody, sure. But it is a kindness, right? And then folks talk about the people are looking up to the left and down to the right, all these things. There's a whole lot of conversation going on with your face. So, what is your face communicating? Because your mouth is communicating, your words coming out. How is your tonation when you're sharing what you need to share? This is to my parents. Stop. I told you one time, let me tell you again. Where you been at? You can communicate, right? You can communicate a couple of things. You got the words. I can say, kind of, hey, where you been? Stop doing that, please. Right? So we are communicating. We are communicating. What are you communicating? It's very important to know who you are and your style of communication so that, and I kid you not, it is so that you communicate, that you get your messages across and are received, but you need to also receive some messages, right? And sometimes the message that you will receive is one that you might not want to hear. You might not want to hear about your face being an RBF or I sing a song to my little people. I sing it to my adults because I got jokes. If you're happy and you know it, tell your face. Because it's hilarious to me. I know sometimes, and I started this song for myself. Because sometimes I'll be sitting there thinking about something so hard, I catch a look at myself. I'm like, oh, I am not angry. I am not upset in the least. My mind is heavily off into some thought. And can you imagine what that's like when you're in a workplace and somebody's mind is heavily off in their thought and they got RBF? Rest in peace, just angry looking, mad looking. They may not be mad at all, but you scared to go talk to them because they looking like they're having the worst day ever. What is your face doing? What are your words doing? What is your tonation doing? And here is a punctuation for you. Your terms, the words you choose to use. Oh God, what is your nature? What are you practicing with your language? It's so, and this is a total deviation, but this is along the line because it applies. All right. One of the earliest lessons that I learned when I first started just understanding self, body psychology, and physiology, and just a lot of the things I want to go study. Posturing. Posturing was very, very important. It stood out to me because I was watching, I am a watcher. I was watching behaviors. Like I have been observant from knee high to a duck, and I noticed how people behaved when they were happy, when they were sad, when they were angry, when they were, I didn't even have language as a kid, but I understood it as I got older, in depression, when they were elated, when they were joyful, looking forward to something. Like I was picking it up. I was picking up what folks putting down because I wanted to understand. All right. And moving that up into the adult understanding it, adding layers of skills, adding certificates and licenses, blah blah blah. I had a better picture. So here's a tip: how you're feeling, and I'll approach it to this door. When you are in your contentment space, think about contentment even right now. A time where you, honest to God, just felt content, where your chest was not tight, where your shoulders were not in your ears, where your body could just and melt. For my meditation people, that's gonna be easy for you. If you meditate today, you will be able to go back to your Zen, go to your zero, go to your yantra, go to your non-space, and you understand that contentment, that sense of being. How does your body feel when you are there? Excuse me. How does your mind feel when you are there? How does the being around you and the calendar that's in front of you feel when you are in that space? Non-existent. There is no demand to be in the past. There is no demand to be in the future. You are content with exactly where you are, present. Now let's add contrast. When you're pissed, when somebody done got on your last damn nerve and you done run out of a bucket of ducks. You ain't got no more ducks to give because you gave all your ducks away. They just swam away. What does that feel like in your chest? The irritation, the tightness in the center of your forehead, the way your ears and your jawline is just like, maybe folks who grit their teeth, that leg that's shaking at 90 miles an hour. Okay. Your body, your emotions, they hanging out. They're doing it together. It is a relay system going on in your body and the chemicals and the nervous system and all of the above. Like literally, it is happening inside you. Just like that space of contentment. It is happening inside of you. Move on to sadness. Sadness and depression, two different things. So please understand that. The folks who in depression, we high fived a few times, right? Oh, I guess I should tell you guys, I'm writing a book called Our Beautiful Best, and that is literally for my folks who bout like just being the ring greased up and swinging on depression. It is for you. It is for us. It is for simplicity, just simplicity, because that's what's needed when you're dealing with that. All right. So in that, what is your body doing? Where are your nerves? Where is your mind? Generally in the past, I can tell you that. Stuck. All right. Sadness, darkness, stillness, complaining. How does it feel in your mouth when you are complaining? How does it feel when it's around you? Because your words do that. Your words charge the energy around you. So when you are BMW, it is charging the air around you. It is creating it again with a relay. It is relaying it back to you. Relay. Oh, we're going to complain. We're going to have fits. We're going to be sad. We're going to blame. We're going to all that stuff. And you're speaking it out, baby. You are relaying it back to you. You are carving out the world around you to mirror that existence. acceptance. And this is not a blame game. This is not a judgment game. I promise you. I got no heaven and hell for nobody. This is just the truth. This is just the truth. And if you expect to find that contentment space, or even if you're pursuing happiness and peace and elation, all right, then get to visiting yourself in those moments of elation. If you've never experienced happiness, if you've never experienced elation, I encourage you to set yourself up an experience and dive headlong into it. I will give you a clue. For my waterheads, I freaking love the water. Call me water bug all you want to. I need it. The sun and the water. If I am going to plan a super stellar day, believe and trust me, it's gonna have some sun involved and it's gonna have some water involved, and I'm gonna plan accordingly. Get the picture. What do you need to plan accordingly to make sure that you give yourself that experience? And while you're having the experience, it is not a tension thing. I gotta write this down. Live your experience. Be present in your experience. Feel the good that you're pursuing, or if it's the peace that you're pursuing, feel the peace that you're pursuing. For my folks who are seeking out peace, and I am teaching you quick doorways. This is doorways of entry. Uh, okay, I'm getting messages because I forgot to turn on Do Not Disturb. So uh, this is a quick doorways of entry. You can move in through the feelings of it. You can move in through the being, because that is the goal. The goal is to get you to being happy, being content, being present, um, being clear, aware of who you are in relating. All right, because the first person you relate to is yourself. If nobody ever told you, like for real, the first relating you're gonna do is with yourself. You know, be still, be alone for a minute, be quiet, listen, listen, listen. Okay, it is a wonderful thing to love yourself. All right, before you go out trying to love anybody else, it's wonderful to love yourself, because how you love you is gonna be how you love somebody else. If you are kind to yourself, you're gonna be kind to others. If you and I'm gonna this might rough fudge, but there's a consistency in kindness. It does not anchor into anything. It doesn't take. It exists. All right, and okay, let's even it. So to understand that level of giving kindness, you need to understand the level of receiving kindness. There are some people who want to give, 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 give. These are my people who find themselves pissed off that a lot of people pleasers are ones who want to give, 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 give. And this is the shadow side of what I'm talking about. They want to give, 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 but they're martyrs. They want to blame after they give. There's complaining. There's archetypes come into play. Like there's a lot of things that come into mind, but I don't want to go too far off into that. Again, back to the square one of knowing yourself. Know your reasons. If you want to give and you are a giver, that's who you choose to be. That's where you decided, right? What kind of giver are you? Because did you know there was more than one kind? In the same sense that love has one word in the English language, do you know it had 92? Do you know it had 92? Go hunting and find the distinctions. Okay, find the distinctions in you. All right. Again, back to the doors. So what I'm offering you are quick doors to walk through. You go in, you create your experience, and you be in it. You be it. You be present. You feel every bit of it. You enjoy it. I am a photographer, professional at one point. Now I just do it for the fun. Occasionally I do it for people, I guess, but that's not the primary moves. And to the tune of thousands of photos when I go places, when I plan these fun things to do. Trust and believe, there's a camera around. Cell phone, 150, 250 pictures, quick videos, quick, okay, because it is about the memories, and I can go back in and relive those memories. I can go back in and experience. And this is a quick key for people who are dealing with a lot of sadness on repeat, who are dealing with a lot of depression on repeat. The temptation is to fall into the envelope and let it seal behind you. I'm just gonna fall off into this envelope and I'm gonna be in this envelope of depression and that's just it. Nope. I have a letter opener. Let me let you out. Come on up out of that. Okay? So walk with me. You don't even have to believe what I'm saying. Test it. And then when you come to believe what I'm saying, let me know. So that's how this works. It is wonderful to plan your peace. It is wonderful to practice your happiness. It is wonderful to do all that for you and know you so that when you get into these relationships, professional, familial, romantic, spiritual, how you treat God. I don't get on that right now. I ain't get on that right now. But it's important to have those things in place so that when you get into those relationships, you know who you're showing up as. There is no doubt. You don't have to be defensive. You can be kind. You can listen. You can receive. You can be like, oh, okay. And even when you don't see it about yourself, because thank God for people you trust. I hope that you have somebody in your life that you trust, two, three people that can tell you about you without you getting pissed off and your feelings and walking away. That you can grow, who don't give a damn about your blinders, but love you. All right. I hope you have that. And if you don't, please do go and create it. We are creators. We can do that. We can go and create great relationships. We can go and be kind to one another. We can go sit next to strangers and say, hello, hello, hello. I am doing something fun in Chicago for those who are in the Chicagoland area. Too many people I've been talking to tell me about this loneliness. And I'm like, Jesus, I've been there. I know the feeling. It kind of sucks. Sucks to suck. All right. They ain't got to do that no more. So we're gonna do loneliness together, which is just meetups and then going out to do stuff together, so that folks are feeling less lonely. If you have not gotten my book, I'm telling how to. Nope, that's the other one. It is I'm telling poems and stories to help ease the lonely mind. The other book came to mind. I'll share that one too later. But if you haven't got that book, grab it. It's a great book, and figure out what you can do. Your area for you, for your people, and practice being an amazing human. Practice being a great friend. Practice being a listener. I've got some folks, hallelujah. Some folks I'm glad that get to coach them. So I can help them be better. If you are a human who gets on the phone or in the presence of another person, you go out with them or you call them, and you want to talk for 7 hours straight but listen for 2 minutes, knock it off. Knock it off. No, that is not okay to do. Don't do that to your people and expect to have good friends. That is a no no. All right. If you are a person who wants to share your things, but you do not want others to share their things with you, and you want to be in a relationship, whether it is professional, familial, romantic, or spiritual, how do I work? How do I work out? So wait. Okay. We can be better. That is the point. We can be better regardless of where you find yourself at. There's room for maintenance. There's room for improvement and tweaks forward. You can do that. You can do that. All right. Now, that was just sharing. I did put together some notes for y'all because I wanted to make sure I stayed on a band of focus and gave you guys kind of what you needed. And I was focusing on cycles, because a lot of times, all the things that we talked about prior, you'll find your cycle when you start to look at you. You will find the cycle of your relationships. You will know your year mark, your behavior mark, the end of your honeymoon periods, like when you begin to pay attention to how you relate to folks, you will understand how you either have friendships that you've had for 20, 30 years, maybe more, 40, 50 years, or you can keep a friend past 3 to 5 years. And again, I got no heaven or hell for you. I got no judgment for you. Life be life. I get it. Okay. What are you going to do going forward? Because there's a forward. All right. You're still breathing. You're living. You're thinking. You're able to communicate, understand, take notes, take notes, take notes. All right. And grow. And sometimes it isn't a matter of growing up. Because another book that I'm penning is an intentional maturing. And God, I have so many wonderful conversations through the week. We shut up about some immature things that we saw. And I was like, yeah. And it came to me a while back to do it. And I was like, I shook it off like a baseball player. But it just keeps coming back and keeps coming back. So I was like, fine, I'll do it and pen that intentional maturing because it does not matter what age a person is. There's no switch to be flipped. Okay, now you're 7. Switch flipped. Mature to 7-year old. Now you're 16. Switch flipped. Mature to 16. No, it don't work that way. 21, 51, 78, 62. Don't work that way. There's no quick switch to flip. It is a decision. It is not a choice. It is a decision. All right. When you're moving forward, is what I mean by that. For those who are immature and immature as hell, they have left maturing as a choice. They're still weighing out their options and back and forth. And oh, Jesus, when I was growing up, some old heads, yo, and I find it still true today. Some folks are 50 and 60 years old, still out in these streets and in these clubs, doing things, wearing clothes, acting like and behaving as 20 something years old. Damn. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with going out to dance or to be in a club or doing your thing, but it should look a little different when you 50. It should look a little different. I don't expect to see an adult female or an adult male seniors outside behaving like they learned nothing in 30 years. Just me, maybe. And I know some people may feel completely opposite or different. Amen. There's enough room for everything. Knock yourself out. I know that I'm enjoying maturity. I'm enjoying it. Some stuff I did. Not half no more. I'm grow away on childish things and still have my fun. I still believe in dancing. I still go out. All that good stuff. Yes, I am. Same time, I ain't doing all that stuff I was doing for rock star lifestyle. I'm a little grown now. I had G babies. So again, with the knowing yourself, again with the decision making. Don't leave maturing as a choice. A lot of um, a lot of folks want to be re-raised. You don't get to do that to your people. That's your job, right? Had fun time. I teach a mastermind. Mastermind, we had conversation and we let it spin forth. It was great. And one of the women there who was amazing, she rented a car. If you haven't found her on YouTube, find her, follow her, be part of that. And she brought up the reparenting, reparenting self. And I loved it because it was so good to hear it. I taught that a while ago. But do you think I don't want to hear it again? Yes. Again, that's maturity again, or revisit it again. Squeeze the lemon again, squeeze the orange again, get all of the juice and all of the pulp and all the good meat out of it. Grapefruit, go get it again. Mature, all right? Mature. Now, where were we? Cycles. Once you get to knowing yourself, you're doing your awareness, you're doing some measuring, you're taking some inventories. And at some point, you're going to have to admit your patterns. You gotta admit your patterns. I noticed at one point, my toleration point was 4 years. I was like, oh, why? We need to reduce that. We need to reduce that. So there's some things I was dealing with that I shouldn't have been dealing with for no damn 4 years. Ooh. So toleration points, right? You'll notice your leniencies. You'll notice the room you make. You'll notice what you take. You'll notice your need or neediness or not needing. You'll get to know you, and all of you comes with you into the relationship, regardless of how you present your representative. Your representative may come and show up during their honeymoon period, and that representative may be able to carry it to a point. But at some point, you're gonna have to come up out them clothes of in their lies. You know, come up out of the representative's clothes. You're gonna take that tie and that suit off, and you about to put on your t-shirt and your drawers, and your pants, and your briefs, and you about to be you and strut. Okay, so who are you? Admit your patterns. I acknowledge that relationships have followed an emotional script. What is, how are you emotionally present? Are you a person who, when you're at work, it is constant stress? I hate going to job. I can't stand these damn people at work with my last nerve. They lazy. They don't do no work. It's just me. I'm only like, come on out. Nobody else do work but you. I doubt that. I doubt that. Okay. So, how are you approaching? Um, how are you approaching your emotional rehearsals for work? How are you approaching and your emotional rehearsals are the conversation you be having in your head when you're on the way to work? When you see that one person looking at you they're there and you're like, well, they like you. I hope they're not at work today, that kind of thing. When you're having your emotional rehearsals on the way to work, or when you have your emotional rehearsals on the way home with your spouse, or your boyfriend, or your girlfriend, or your friend, or your roommate, whoever's there, a cat, a dog, that presently might irritate your soul. You know, what is your emotional rehearsal? Are you sitting up there putting up your dukes for a fight that don't even need to be? Are you putting on your resting beat face? You just screwed up tape. Mad? You mad? Because you're about to go big sweaty? You mad? Because you gotta go deal with people and breathe and they gotta breathe on you? That's when you catch me. I'll be like, oh God, don't breathe over there. Stay over there. This is coughing in my lungs. We've been having time getting back, right? Same time. I'm not gonna hunt for the people, and I'm not about to just sit here with masks on inside of walls and hide and not engage and not live. I'm not doing that. Okay. So I encourage you to come up out of your poopy lanes, whatever they might be. Please give yourself a break. Do you know that summer is coming? And I can't wait. Are you looking forward to anything this summer? Are you looking forward to anything with your favorite people this summer? Do you have itinerary in your head that is running down the road? Because trust me, I do. I got some wonderful things planned and I'm so happy. So, how about you? All right, with some great people. Relationships, relationships, relationships. How are you relating? Is there someone that you cannot wait to see? That you cannot wait to embrace, to be kind to gift, to sit next to walk with, to do something fun, to work beside, work alongside? Do you have an excitement list? Do you? Are you joyous? Oh my God, I'm going to be with my friends today. All right, shout out my people. You know, where is that for you? Where is that for you? Because I wish you some joy and excitement in your relationships. I wish you some elation. I wish you some peace and some quiet. Oh my God. Some of my folks that I get to sit with and just say nothing. It is wonderful to sit and to be and to sip tea and look at one another. It's nice. And then I have my Gabby friends. It is fun to get together and we gab and we talk smack and we do this, that, and the third. And my 60 friends. Okay, so nice. I'm encouraging you to know you, know you. And I'm also going to challenge you. I have some folks who listen, and I know you shared with me that you are listeners for the people around you. I challenge you to speak, to be a talker to the people that you are listeners for. I encourage you to level up, balance that exchange. I be known and cause that person that you are the listening ear for to learn how to listen and hold you as well. That's a beautiful relationship. There's no robbery of the fair exchange. This isn't. Okay? And if you are the talker and you have a friend that's the listener, how about you zip it? Say you say, zip it and listen. What's going on with your friend? What your friend do today? Okay? Be a good friend. Don't take advantage of your friendships. Don't shit on them. Because if you shit on your friendships, This isn't that bad. It's not a good idea. Okay, back to it. No blame, no shame, just awareness. All right, we talked about that already too. All right, I'd like for you to examine 3 to 5 year relationships. Really do a as if you were about to write a movie, and those people were characters. I'd like to know, how much do you know about your people around you? Are you taking inventory of the folks around you, their hearts and their needs? Do you do that? Do you consider them? Do you see them? It's so easy just to come alongside somebody, just be doing and journeying in life. And you know what's really a horrible feeling? Let me tell you what's a really a horrible feeling. When you are, this is trigger warning, when you are walking along someone journeying life, you guys are doing life, and sometimes it's loosely, here and there. But you have a simple friendship, or sometimes it's that you are close, and sometimes it is that you are blood related, and sometimes it is that you work together, and that person says a little bit here and there. They're listeners, kind of withdrawn sometimes, feeling away, going through some things, and you wake up the next day and you get a phone call that they're dead because they took their life. Mm, that's a messy feeling. It sucks balls. Okay, donkeys balls. If I can say that, it is ass. Okay, 0 stars. Do not recommend. I am not saying that it is your job to stop anyone from attempting the suicides. Okay, you're not saying that. Besides ways unaliving. I am saying that friendship matters, community matters. Sometimes we can be the difference, and I have literally been there for several of those, way more than I cared to be, but God, I'm grateful to have been present, right, of those conversations. Maybe it's not easy, and again, life be life. And sometimes when life is swinging on us to teach us, like life, I say it this way, life is not out to get you, it's out to get you ready. It's out to get you ready for next. And life is challenges, period. Like life is a series of challenges and rewards. Challenges and rewards. Peace, feast, famine. It just goes that way. And when I say famine, it doesn't necessarily mean that your table is empty. I'm speaking of relationships, presence, aloneness, loneliness, then feeling surrounded, um, being overly present, completely engaged, out and about it, meeting and greeting. And that's okay, regardless of where you find yourself. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. 988. To anyone who is having suicidal thoughts and thoughts of harming themselves, text that 988, please. Do not make the mistake of leaving before the movie gets good. All right, this is a wonderful movie of your life. Live a bit longer, and let's see what beautiful blooms. Plant your seeds of kindness, of love, of presence, of knowing, of awareness, of being your absolute best and doing your absolute best. And that's the best that you can do. And let them grow. Okay? Let them grow. All right, beautiful people. Let me get this guy to you because we are literally 49 minutes in. Um, Identify your blueprint. What is your relationship blueprint? Do you chase people for love and friendship? For real, for real. Are you hunting, hounding, begging? Because if you are chasing people to be your friend and love you, I'm going to encourage you to find a new group of people who don't need to be chased, who really want to be present and be your friend. I had a beautiful young lady. I have her still. I love her. And was at that point where she would she would be too overpresent, too quick to open up and give herself away to some unworthy freaking people. And I'm a bit older, so I have a big sister a little bit. I was like, come here, let me help you a little bit. And it's not to close her heart because she's a beautiful blossom, right? But it is protected. It is protected. So you need not chase. You're not a panther. You need not stalk. You need not chase. Receive love. Be present and give and receive the love that comes, right? Don't die. You don't have to die. Think about who you're being. I'll leave it there. Are you withdrawn? Are you one of those people who care to be aloof, who withdraw, and then complain because you're lonely, um, be sad, often over there in depression, wishing you had a friend, wishing you had somewhere to go, beautiful days outside, you like to just go somewhere and have someone to do it with. Okay, that was a choice, right? You made a choice. Now I made you make a decision. Are you going to stay in that? Or are you going to do something that's going to bring you up out of that emotion, behavior, and posturing? Can you make a decision? Okay, okay. I do agree, and this is to be said, there are certain times where you need to withdraw. Some things are going on, and maybe your plate is heavy, your mind is heavy, your heart is heavy. You just need a minute, and you just withdraw. Like, listen, I need a minute. I love you guys. I'll be right back. Let me have the time I need to process this, to go through this, to get this up off my heart, off my spirit. And I'm not saying don't be my friend. I'm not saying don't call and check on me. I'm saying if I don't answer, don't be mad. I'll get back to you. Okay? So communicate with your people. If you're someone who withdraws for your safety, your sanity, your restoration. Do I overfunction? Are you trying to fix somebody? Are you trying to fix somebody's situation constantly with your Bob the Builder tool bag around your waist, trying to fix something that may not be fixable or may not even need your fixing, or you may not even know how to fix it? You just overfunctioning. You're doing everything in the relationship. I had this conversation with some of my clients who were, let's say it better than that, who were enabling adult men to not be men. All right? Mm-mm. You can do that. Don't stop a man from working. Yeah? Like you do not cripple someone else's growth and their personality and their ability to flourish and grow and be. You're nobody mama. Knock it off. Okay, that's the sidebar. Coming back. Overfunctioning. Overfunctioning. Trying to do every, and then it's for my perfection people too, and my OCD people too. We want to make sure everything is in place, that it is perfect, that it's wonderful for everyone. And oh God, if we forget one thing, the world is over. Oh my God, the world is over. So it's time to cry. Time to cry. It ain't. It's gonna be all right. You can forget 12 things and it's still gonna be all right. Okay, it'll be all right. Maybe some consequences behind it, and that's okay too. Take your consequences, keep it moving and live. Doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It doesn't mean that you're less than, that you're invisible. None of that. None of that. None of that. So please rewrite that story. Just push pause. Get a new fresh sheet of paper out, fresh pen in your mind, and rewrite a few things. Okay? Breathe. Are you bonding in chaos? Ooh, ooh. Those are some very strong bonds. If you bonded in chaos, it's very strong bonds. That is a whole nother class. That's a master's class conversation, actually. So we're not about to have that right now. I will simply say, know your patterns. Do you bond with people in chaos? As I'm about to say something completely funny, and that was not even it. PTSD is what is to mind. Something else almost came out of my mouth though. Um, Stress, traumas, very thick bonding. And the images in my head are flooding. So this is the truth. When you are creating those kind of bonds, they are not just a physical bond; they are a spiritual bond. And I am not about to teach this right now because I don't have time. But just know that there's a knot that you are creating in the spirit that is not easy to loose. A knot, KNOT, that you're not NOT able to easily lose. It may be that you need someone to come and spiritually guide you through untying those knots. That is literally one of the things that I do. Okay, so that's why I said lightly, and I'm not teaching that right now. And I would simply say that be mindful. Look at your relationships. If you have two or three friends already, that the only thing that you all bonded over was some trauma and some stress, yeah, you need to examine why. And the why is in you. It is not in them. Don't go looking at them to figure it out. All your answers are going to be inside of yourself. All right. All of my answers are in me. When I look at anything that I'm dealing with or any trauma or da, 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 it's in me. I am the only place where the answer begins. And that answer is my square one, square love. Right? Those are just side notes. Focus. Unfulfilled love often mirrors childhood emotional conditioning. Okay? If you need to, like we were talking about earlier, go and reparent yourself. If you need to go and address some of those emotional points of break. If it is the point where you need a professional, you send somebody with some ABCs behind their name, go sit down in the chair with a professional. They're not going to eat you. Don't be scared. It's okay. Go sit down. If you need a life coach, don't be scared. Come sit down. It's okay. We can have all the conversation you need to have. Yes, we can. And do know, I do not, I don't coddle. That's for real. I will hold heart. And I love people back to life. I do not coddle. And I believe in accountability. So I do have my clients make a plan. And we work on that plan. If as we are working through a set plan, something isn't working, there is no shame in modifying. None. No shame, no blame, got no heaven or hell to stick nobody in, and I have no interest in that anyhow. Right? So if you need to be loved back to life, go ahead and hit me up. Email life is sanctuaryxp@gmail.com. Simple. Or you can hit my Malikia C@gmail.com. All right. Contact me. Let's talk about it and get you where you want to be. I am one who practices happiness. So, yeah, if you need some happiness in your life, come on over here. Let's talk about it. I like to go out the side as well. If you like to go out the side as well with your coaching and growth, you hurry up and come over here and work with me. Face. I believe in fun, mischief, and play. Those are the ways we learned when we were a kid, and that I don't think we have to give up on. I think we can mature in the games that we play and in the mind that we play. And I also know the benefit of taking a child mind break and hitting that imagination button and being free. Yeah, relationship, right? I love how I relate to myself. I love me a lot. And I do the things for me that I need for me. I encourage you to do the things that you need to do for you. Do them. You deserve them. All right? You gotta justify it. You just gotta do it. I don't need to offer someone a reason for taking care of me. Now, if I have commitments and places to be, I'm gonna be in those places to be. And if I'm not gonna be in those places to be, I'm gonna say something. Hey, listen, like tonight, 8 p.m. is normally when we start. And now I start at 8 p.m. tonight, Eastern. Now, no, need about 25 minutes. And that's okay too. All right? Late for all the right reasons, y'all. All right. What else do I want? Oh, yeah, 53. Let me give you the rest of this before we go. So we went over, do I chase? Do I withdraw? Do I overfunction? And then, of course, do I bond through chaos? Very, very important. And then also my underfunctioning people, take a minute and understand what the underfunction is. Again, back to the awareness of knowing yourself and how you behave and function. Know yourself spiritually, know yourself mentally, know yourself physically. Your health, your health, your health, your health. Can I drive that home? Your health, your health, your health. How do you regard you when it comes to your health? Your healthy eating, your healthy behaving. Today I got about about 8 miles in. So, what are you doing for you? What are you doing for your heart health? What are you doing for your mind health? That speaks to how you relate, right? Because when you come into contact with someone else who is doing that, you will not be sitting there looking like, oh, they crazy. No, they're not crazy. They love themselves. And that's what they chose to do for themselves. That's what they decided it was going to be. And that's what it is. And that is beautiful. Let their care for themselves be beautiful and your care for yourself be beautiful. Remove the judgments. All right? Notice how you're interacting with people mentally. And this comes into play too. This is a side note, but this is still relating. I have some folks who are thousandaires. I have some folks who are millionaires, some folks who are billionaires. These are our friends, right? And it's interesting to hear some of my thousandaires figure friends chat about the 8 and 7 figure people. And I was like, wait, what? It is interesting the judgments and the mindset and the blame that we can um, fall for, and have those things in place so that when you come face to face with that person, you got all this conversation going on, all that hate, all that judgment, all that shade, and now you face to face with this person. And do you think that that shade and that trash that you was talking, you created that? It lives with you. When you come in that person's presence, do you think that they don't know? Really? They know. And even if they're cordial and kind to you, they know. You obvious. So why not clean it up? Why not clean it up? And then on the same inverted issue, because I've heard a couple of things that were said about the folks that was thousandaires. And I'm like, that's trash talk. Like, that's trash. You can't do that with me. I'm not gonna sit here and be kind of way for foolishness. I'm just not gonna do it. So same thing I said to one group, I said to the other. You need to rethink your thinking. You know, some stuff is not okay to say. Some stuff is not okay to think, because when you think it long enough, it becomes your body, your mind, your language, your behavior, your presence, your existence. Do understand the paths that you are creating, because you are a creator. And that points right back to the beginning of our conversation about who are you being. All right, gotta wrap it up. Fantasy bonding. Knock it off. I ain't time to do that too tight, but all right. I'm gonna take time. We're gonna sail this ship in this one. All right, my people. Maybe 10 years back, I had a wonderful conversation with a friend. About 10 years, and it was about dating. It was about dating someone who had potential, and I warn you, I caution you. Our big sister warned you about the mindset of potential. Okay, I will approach it from there. There are some folks who get with others and they're like, okay, this person has the potential to be X, Y, and Z. There are a lot of people with a lot of potential for many, many things. What I will honestly tell you is potential is just that, potential. Okay, it does not mean, and this is gentle, that the person who has it is interested in their potential, that they want to delve into it, dive and create and form and make and measure and live. It doesn't mean that. All right. So do not think, for my women who want to change people, for my men who want to change people, please, please give your heart a break and your mind a break, and go hunting in yourself and see why you feel that way. What makes you think? And then I've had this happen a couple of times too. You humans who say things like, this one raggedy female literally said, I can take a black man from a black woman anytime, because what she said there, black women aren't all that. Laughable. Laughable, okay? Stop your knock it off. Knock it off. Examine your thinking. If there's any potential that you have the ability to invoke, impress, impact, let it be yours. Let your delving into your own potential be such a light. Am I saying that you cannot mentor people? Mm-mm. I'm speaking about dating relationships only at this point. Some folks have frustrated themselves to absolute death and chaos and hair loss, waiting on somebody's potential. Wusa, give you a break. Okay? That's just a heads up. Folks gotta want it for themselves. You gotta want you, what's in you for yourself. And when you choose a partner, choose your equal. All right? It's a lot less headache that way. You have room to grow? Yes. Ain't nothing wrong with that. folks who are after their potential and actively in it. Amen. Wonderful. But you do not get to throw a fit about their potential. You don't. Okay? All right. That's just big sister language. I am loving. What else? She'll change. She'll change. If I love harder. I like, ooh. And he only hit me because. Da fuck. Nope. Mm-mm, no. She only hit me because it goes both ways. Keep your hands to yourself. Except one. And if you have somebody who's putting their hands on you, no, absolutely not. No and nope, and no. It's not okay. It is not okay. It is never okay. It will never be okay. Nothing's gonna make it okay. It's just not okay. And I have to address another side as well. Um, I am aware of some folks who try to incite abuse, like try to incite themselves getting it. Wild. Uh, I encourage you to hurry up and find you a couch, comfortable one with a nice person with some alphabets behind their name, because that is an inside job. All right. So all this conversation tonight has literally been about addressing ourselves. Please climb down on the inside of you by any means necessary and tend to your heart. Get to know you best, not just better. Get to know you best. Okay, love, and love you. If you need to go back and start loving you from your 2 year old mind forward, go love you. If you need to go and rewrite some of those things that occurred because it's just too heavy for you to carry, and you need a way to put it down, break out your imagination tool that I talked about earlier and get to rewriting it and give yourself some peace. Does that mean that it didn't happen? No. Does it make the other party not responsible for the trash they did? No. This ain't that. But this is an exercise in giving yourself peace. And this is an exercise in understanding who you are and how you relate to people and how you maintain, grow, create some friendships where your trust is. Examine why. Why? Ask yourself that why. I've done the drill downs 10 to 15 times with a one particular question about self. I get the answer and I go, why? Why? And I take it 10, 15 deep because I just need to know why. Because this way I am knowing myself better and best. And then when I am engaging in relationships, whether it is familiar, whether it is spiritual, whether it is professional, whether it is romantic, I know who's in the room with me. All right, with me. Not with me, but with me. I know who's present. You're the person I can learn. Okay? And I can decide, choose and decide if this is someone I want to be in the room with. And that's the last thing I'll talk about before we get up out here. If you find that you are in the room with someone you don't want to be in the room with, don't stay. Yep. Some friendships are literally like, hey, listen, it's been wonderful. I appreciate you and I bless you on your way because this can continue. Okay? So say what you need to say for you. All right, loves. This has been episode 95 of SXP Metamorphosis 365. Rapidly approaching episode 100. I am quite the excited about that. Thank you for rocking with me. It has been an incredible journey. It has been my honor and pleasure to gift you this learning at the cost of your attention. All right. I do charge for my work. I am a licensed life coach. I also have spiritual disciplines where I transmute. I help to, allow me to say it very clearly, I aid my clients in transmutation. That means that we are able to work together and I don't fight nobody for their stuff. That's the first thing I let them know at the gate. I'm not fighting you for your mess, but if you want to let it go, I will stand with you spiritually and we will work those things through. All right. As well with direct one-on-one coaching and group coaching, same. Different topics a little bit sometimes, different methods for sure. Same time, same work. and love you back to life. If you know that you want to be loved back to life and you are done walking around in the circle, playing Ring Around the Rosie, thinking about it, being lonely, crashing out, all the rest of that. If you're done and you make the conscious choice and decision, boom, decision made. I'm working with Malikia. You get to text me 321-443-2495. You text Coach Me now. Coach Me now. All right. We'll get in touch with you, get you all set up. Questions, any other inquiries, go ahead and send that to lifeissanctuaryxp@gmail.com or malikiac@gmail.com. One of the two. Let's communicate. You can follow me across my social medias. I am Malikia Kikotne. And then on Instagram, it is malikia.ladymolotov. I am also a spoken word artist, poet, and an author. I do the things that matter, the things that help to get the message out, and the message that is pressed into me and through me by sovereign divine. Period. All right. I think that's simply said. Now there's one order of business to tap before us get up out of here. Mr. Jackson passed today. Mr. Jesse Jackson. When I say that, he was more than an inspiration for me. I got to be in his presence quite a bit when I was a kid, and then as an adult, less, but a couple of times. I'm grateful. My condolences to the family. My condolences to the people who work closely with him and help to bring a lot of the progress that we are enjoying today across the nation, not just here in Chicago, all right, across the nation, across the world, all right. That man gave his life in service. And yes, some jagged person may have some things to say about some places where he fell down. Guess what? I bet you fell down too. The question is, how did you get up? Because he damn sure got up, dusted himself off, and went back to work to make a difference, not just for himself and his kids and his neighborhood, but yours too. So I am grateful. I say thank you, rest in peace, God keep you until we meet again, kind sir. And with that, I am complete. Have a wonderful evening. And I'm sending all the hugs to you too, Danny, because I know that. All right, on that note, big hugs, big love.